When we talk about motorhomes, one of the fastest growing segments are motorhomes right around 30 foot, and for good reason. You know, not everyone wants to drive around a 45-foot bus. Something a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to drive, but still enough room for several people. It's what a lot of people are looking for. And folks, this one right here has the capability to sleep 6. This is the Thor Freedom Traveller A27. And I really like the floor plan because you do get the big slide here, which really helps open space up. Plus, you get a slide out bed, so you kind of get the walk around bed in the back. Let's take a look right over to the side, right? Because they do some things in the A27 that make a lot of sense to me. One of them right here is the TV placement. One of the big issues a lot of times in a Class A, when you're talking about, you know, again, smaller, or not necessarily even a Class A, right? Any motorhome that's 30 feet or less, or right around there, maybe a little bit over, is you generally don't have a good viewing angle to the TV. But they did it here by putting it, you know, above the sink and right across from your sofa. So as you're sitting here, you can still watch TV, which is awesome, right? And I really like that. You know, now, not necessarily you can watch it while you're going down the road. There are ways to do it. You know, if you're, you know, running a generator and you have, you know, satellite or something like that, or probably the better bet is to get a 12-volt TV in here and then have the satellite system that is, you know, what they call an in-motion satellite, which, for the record, folks, if you ever need help on satellites, please, please, I highly recommend coming to a Camping World location. We have experts on hand that will walk you through exactly what you want because they are not all the same, right? And we'll make sure we get you the one that's set up, that's perfect for you. And something like this where you need in motion is very important because if you get one that doesn't have that capability, you're just wasting money. But with that, again, the TV straight across, I love it. Comfortable spot there for riders to sit. You also see the backsplash underneath, you know, nice and decorative. You have kind of the upgraded countertop, right? Upgraded over T-mold. You don't have, you know, the T-mold popping out right here. And plus, you don't have to worry about water getting down in there, which I love. Double bowl stainless steel sink. You have the pull-out faucet, making it nice and easy to wash and rinse dishes. Taking a look right up top here, this is our main control panel. You will also see the control for the bed. Now, if you want to flip around for it, I want to show everyone this real quick. So a lot of people don't realize this, especially when they walk in, but this right here I love because this is actually a bed. And so all you have to do is touch the button right here. Oh, there we go. Just like that, you'll see the bed come on down. The neat thing about this is it has 500-pound weight capacity on here. So we're talking 2 adults can super easily and comfortably sleep up here. And, you know, that's going to be great for a couple different situations. Also, as a side note, when you do bring this down, make sure you bring your seats back. You don't want to have this come down on top of the seats because it will hit it. So just as a side note. But I really like this for 2 reasons. One, if you have additional guests, it's an easy bed. You can already put the sheets and bedding and everything on here, so it's already made. All I have to do is throw up a couple pillows, you know, get the ladder, climb up, you're good to go. The other thing I like is if you're in a spot where you can't open up slides. As I mentioned, this one has a slide-out bed. So if you can't open that up to get to the bed, you have another place to sleep. You can climb right up here. You're good to go. You know, you're secure. Again, you can't open up a slide, not a problem. You're good to go right here. I love this. And even if you don't think you will use this, the other thing I like about it is it might be perfect for someone else, right? So we're talking about resale down the road. Maybe someone wants the ability to easily sleep 4 in here. And again, you can sleep 6 because of the sofa and dinette, but that right there does make things super easy. I'll lift it up real quick here just so we can kind of take a look underneath while we're up there. One of the things I do want to show you is on the console, kind of on the left-hand side, you will see this one has electric auto level. So you can touch a button right there and the coach will level itself out. And that can be a pretty big deal when we're talking about easy setup time. You know, just being able to park, touch a button, have it do everything else for you is wonderful. You don't have to, you know, back it up and forth, worry about blocks, anything like that. This one is on the new Ford, it's the Ford chassis with the new engine in there, so you get some more torque, a little bit more power, which is always great, especially if you plan on doing any kind of hill climbing, you know, any kind of mountainous terrain. You'll definitely appreciate that extra torque. Nice big screen in the center dash, right? So it's easier to see. Another cool feature right over here, if you have someone, you know what, I'll sit up here and just kind of show you, is this pulls up and out and drops down. So I like it because it's elevated, and this is a perfect spot for a workstation. You have a computer, you have a tablet, you can sit right here. You know, as you're going down the road, if you want someone that works on the road, you have the ability to do that. You'll see a 12-volt plug there and there, as well as 120. So if you are at your destination, you know, you can plug into the 120, but again, you have the 12-volt capability. I think that's cool. Dropping down, a couple things I want to talk about here as well. you'll see that this is a like a composite, right? Like a plastic composite. They didn't put carpet over, and I really like that because it's easier to clean. It's not going to scuff up nearly as easy. Plenty of cup holders in here, some mats for, if you need to throw your wallet or whatever else down there so it doesn't slip and slide. A spot for a table because both of these seats do swivel around. That's one of the things that people love about Class A's is you really get to fully utilize that whole space. That cab's not wasted. Flip those seats around, you're good to go. At night, you can drop that bed down, you get sleeping space. This whole thing, even though, again, it's right around that 30-foot mark, provides a ton of space because of the versatility and the ability to use all that space in it. Good storage underneath, 3-burner cooktop at the oven, and additional storage underneath that oven, too. Of course, again, you have storage all the way across the top, microwave there, and Norcold fridge-freezer combo. Open that guy up so you can take a look inside there. You definitely want to make sure you have some cold storage, and that is exactly what this provides. Coming in a little further, we'll open this up. This, of course, will be your wardrobe space, so you have plenty of space to hang your clothes. This is the table leg as well as that table we just talked about that goes right up front, and you will notice big drawers right there underneath. You have a privacy curtain here, so you can close this off. You will also notice you have a door, so you can close it off. Now, why would you have both? Well, pretty simple. If it's just the two of you, and you want full privacy, you close the door, right? Close it off, boom, good to go. Or maybe you do have guests and you want to do it anyway because they're going to use the facility at the campground. But if you have guests and they need to be able to access the bathroom, this closes it off. So that's where the curtain comes in because the curtain will go just around the bed here. Now, you can absolutely do both. If you want to do both, that's not a problem either. But that way, again, guests can still make their way into the bathroom. And if you close the door, it may just, if I was a guest and the door is closed, I'm not going to open it. If you come in a little bit further, again, so you have the slide-out queen bed, windows on both sides that open, so you get that cross ventilation. You have reading light, storage up top, USB ports. Pretty standard stuff, but the thing, again, I like is because it is a slide-out bed, it allows you to fully walk around. And if you want to watch TV at night, you'll see there's a TV right there at the foot of the bed. Right behind me is a window. This is an emergency exit. Hopefully you never have to use it, but in the event that you do, you know it's there. And then before we go in the bathroom, I just want to show you this big additional storage, which I absolutely love. So, this is a versatile space. If you need more space for clothes, use it for clothes. If you want a linen closet, use it for a linen closet. Because you have the wardrobe, you may not need the extra space there, so you get a good linen closet there. Grab a towel, come into the bathroom, good to go here. Porcelain bowl, and I also like the fact it's elevated a little bit, right? It's in the residential industry, we'd call it a high-rise toilet. It's a little more, comes up a little bit higher, just like the name implies. It just makes it easier to get on and off the toilet. So, if you're a little bit older or, maybe you just had a really hard leg day and it's hard to get up off the toilet, having the higher toilet makes it a little easier. Coming into the shower here, whoops, I'll take a step in. 6 foot tall, folks. You see I have plenty of room, especially with that skylight. It is a little far forward. I would have liked it just like an inch or two back, just because otherwise, you kind of have to stand there to fully utilize the height. But even without, you can still be 6'1", maybe 6'2", and not have to bend down in there, which is wonderful. The sink in here is stainless steel too, just so you know, so it's easy to clean. Looks great. Now, take a quick look at this slide out before we head out. Storage all the way across the top. You want to talk about good additional storage, you can see that right there. You have speakers underneath, LED lights, couple windows, of course, and cup holders, both behind the sofa and here in the dinette, because, one of the big things about having a motorhome is the travel. And, if you have a cup, you got a spot to put them so that we don't have to worry about anything spilling. Of course, naturally, you will have seat belts in both, so you can have legal riders. This is a dream-style dinette, so it's very simple and easy to drop down into a bed. Just flip a lever, push that down, good to go. And you will see some additional storage on both sides there. It's not super deep, but it is easy to get to. Now, if we take a look at the sofa, I'll just lift this up just to kind of show you underneath here. So you will also notice you have really good storage space underneath the Jackknife Sofa. That's space that oftentimes gets underutilized, but I always tell people, one of the big advantages of having that Jackknife is getting that extra storage space. Make sure you utilize it. So we take a step outside here. Couple different things. So coming up front, of course, we have that big, beautiful windshield. You can see that right there, one piece. If you've had a Class A in the past, maybe it's a little bit older, and you had like the H-frame, right, where you have the big pillar coming down the center. Most manufacturers have completely eliminated that. Now this is a automotive style bond as well, which is a big deal. So if you're looking for something, you want to make sure rain's not going to come in there. You know, it's sealed very well. You can see the vents here in case it's cold, right? Making sure it's going to heat up the windshield. Your mirrors are where your side cameras are located. So that way, if you're putting on your blinker, you're able to check out those blind spots there. And as I mentioned, this one does have the newer Ford engine. Power awning with LED light, as you would expect. Outside TV, this is a great extra feature. Set up your chairs, boom, there you go. Everyone's watching TV, they're in a great mood. It is upfitted by MoreRide, which is a licensed upfitter. They do a great job. They do a lot of extra things for you, like computer balance your drive shaft to help take a lot of those vibrations out. And one of the other things you will see is you have larger I-beams in here. And what that does is it gives you this pass-through right up top. So if you have some longer items in there, like whether it's skis, pool noodles, whatever else you need, you can actually stick them in there. We'll open up this next one just because I want to show you again. So not only do you have that, your compartments will be lit, and it's rotocast, so it cleans up very easily. Plus you'll see the drain right down below, so you can drain all the water out. Frameless windows on here. Your slide out has a slide out topper, so anything that falls, whether it's sticks, pine cones, whatever, when you push that slide in, everything will just fall right off nice and easily. See storage right back here. Rear mounted ladder, painted bumper. One of the big things I want to talk about is right underneath, folks. This one comes with a 8,000-pound hitch. Why is that a big deal? Because if you plan on towing a bigger tow vehicle behind you, this one has the capability to do it. Folks, this is the 2021 Thor Freedom Traveller A27. Total length on this one is 28 foot 5 inches. So again, under that 30-foot mark. If you're interested in this RV, text the word RV to 46642. Or if you're interested in any motorhome, folks, we have a ton coming straight from the factory fresh. Just text the word fresh to 46642.